Seaweed at the service of health and nutrition. The second edition of the Breizh Algae tour took place in Nantes in the middle of September. Some 500 researchers and entrepreneurs from over 40 different countries came together for one purpose: to showcase the latest scientific advances on the potential of seaweed in the global food chain. Seaweed and nutrition, a new approach for health. This was the opening message of this important meeting, simultaneously translated into many different languages. First to speak was Hervé Balusson, the head of Olmix, a Breton company that has been working for 20 years to develop seaweed-based products in the fields of health and animal and human nutrition. Years of research have led to the creation of a local seaweed industry with a truly global reach. Next up were a number of world-class researchers who had all come to talk about one specific issue: how can seaweed products help our bodies and in particular our digestion? During breaks in proceedings, delegates could watch a 3D film that explained how seaweed extracts can influence the gut, the organ that rules us. Other discussions looked at the beneficial role of polysaccharides contained in seaweeds, their antioxidant, anticoagulant and anti-cancer qualities, as well as their dermatological properties. All promising avenues for medical and pharmaceutical research. The conference concluded that seaweeds are a source of balance in our diets, in our internal ecosystem and in our immune systems. Major discoveries that need to find sources of investment. Indeed, this was the subject of a round table organised at the end of the morning's scientific discussions. A full morning's work for an audience who'd come to learn about seaweed's new potential. The delegates from 5 continents certainly earned their lunch break. Innovation once again took centre stage with a presentation of Olmix's latest seaweed extract products. The new Seamel range for the plant sector, but also the launch of M-Feed Plus, the new enzyme booster for the animal world. The high point of the afternoon on the Breizh Algae tour was the Breizh Algae Invest workshop. A round table that invited investors from Western France and the country as a whole to help create an investment fund for the seaweed industry, an ecological sector with serious economic and employment potential. Breizh Algae Invest also saw the launch of a number of technical workshops on new seaweed-based applications. All afternoon, in workshops on animal, plant and human well-being, the 500 participants were able to speak with scientists from around the globe about a multitude of applications made possible thanks to seaweed. There was also time for a spot of relaxation to help absorb all this new knowledge. The Breizh Algae tour in Nantes, the former capital of Brittany. First off, a visit to the recently renovated Castle of the Dukes of Brittany. And another unmissable Nantes attraction, the Machine de Lille, home to a rather special elephant and the ideal location for a family photo. In line with the Algae Tour's theme, there was also the famous SeaWorld roundabout, a magical mechanical aquarium that can make riders a little dizzy. And the docks of Nantes are of course still home to sailors. Pierre-Antoine is the skipper of the Olmix Trimaran, which will compete in this year's Route de Rome race while at the same time carrying out a transatlantic scientific mission. the chance for a little baptism on the values of the blue economy. And now a few introductions. It's time to meet some of the Breizh Algae Tour's 500 participants.
我们从台湾来，我们从事养殖产业。
Hola, soy Rafael Abrego y vengo de México. Somos productores de cerdos y de aves.
I'm come from Vietnam. Yes, I'm working in Tobacco Group. Today I'm so happy go to visit Olmec. So thank you.
I'm Chiu. I come from Malaysia, and I'm an Olmec distributor in Malaysia.
Docteur Nyangji, je viens de la Côte d'Ivoire, je suis vétérinaire, je suis directrice de production d'élevage.
Tim Torkelson, United States. I'd be the manager of both the United States and Canada.
My name is Nitzan Ziv. I'm from Israel and I represent the BH Group, which represent Olmec in Israel.
It's night time at the port of Nantes. Bon appétit to your very good health, and above all, gather your strength. The week's programme has only just begun. The day after the conference in Nantes, it's time to visit Breizh in the Morbihan, home of the Olmec's factory, for a tour of the biotech centre and manufacturing plant.
Non-pigmented, that we're able to separate different fractions, concentrated but not at the high level.
This scientist from Vietnam, a specialist in aquaculture, is enjoying a solo adventure. He's come to discover the Roscoff Biological Station and the rich variety of seaweeds that grow just nearby. Other participants chose to visit the space event in Rennes. Here at the Olmec stand, discussions centre on business, new applications and leading seaweed-based products. At the beginning of the third day, certain participants felt the urge to take to the waves like St Malo's famous privateers. Some clearly had their sea legs, while others, even at low tide, preferred the dry land of Mont Saint-Michel, where they could enjoy the sights and the history. People don't only sail in northern Brittany. It's certainly true that near to the Golfe de Morbihan at La Trinité-sur-Mer, they don't have exactly the same kind of boats, but it takes all sorts. Finally, it's time for some evening festivities at home with Isabelle and Hervé Balusson. It's a moment to celebrate the new season Olmec has enjoyed around the world, a moment to thank faithful collaborators and distributors, and simply a time to reflect on the fact that if all of these people are together, it's thanks to seaweed. And that's quite an achievement.